What's going on, guys? Just going here with the round of Gas Day, coming at you with some more Nintendo Switch talk and news, my friends. This video is going to be more focused on the games, the launch games, launch window games, and the games of the first year of the Nintendo Switch. So it seems to be a topic that a lot of people are concerned about, to be quite honest, because day one there's not a ton of games. There's just more like a handful of games. There's not a whole lot, and that's concerning a few people, obviously. So as far as launch day goes, the biggest title obviously is going to be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I think that's a game that most Nintendo fans probably are Zelda fans as well. Not every single one, I acknowledge that, but I think there's a pretty good chunk of Zelda fans that are Nintendo fans. So again, you got to think, with day one, they're shipping about 2 million units, okay? And that's another thing I want to kind of touch on, is the fact that some people are saying that they're not shipping many units out. 2 million units, as Reggie puts it, in a time of the year which is off seasonality, is a pretty big amount, okay? Because it's not coming out in November like PS4 and Xbox One did. It's coming out in March, which is literally just a couple months after Christmas. And so it's kind of off-peak season for you know, selling products and marketing and stuff like that. You know, the best time of season for marketing is you know, October, November, just, you know, before Christmas, you know, early December. And those are the best times of year to sell consoles. So the first thing you gotta, you know, acknowledge is that it's still a pretty decent amount. That said, I think a good chunk of people that are going to be, you know, buying into the Nintendo Switch day one are most likely more of the hardcore Nintendo fans. I think more of the casual Nintendo players are going to buy into it maybe within, you know, the following months and such. I'm pretty sure that it's mostly more of the hardcore base of Nintendo fans that are going to be buying into it day one. So given that, you gotta, you know, acknowledge the fact that most hardcore Nintendo fans are usually into Zelda. They're usually into most of the, you know, the big Nintendo titles. And that said, Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to last a while. It's a big game. There's a huge world. There's lots to explore, and it's going to give you a lot of time to kind of, you know, burn a lot of hours into. Now, that aside, the other games coming out is 1-2 Switch, which is more of a casual kind of party game, if you will. Kind of like Wii Sports was. It just kind of shows off the different functionalities of the Joy-Cons. It looks like fun. I'm not going to say that it's the most hyped game, but I personally think it looks like a lot of fun, and I'm contemplating getting it myself. But then again, I understand that game's not necessarily for everyone either. Just Dance 2017, not my kind of game, but I can imagine there's a decent amount of people out there that enjoy that game. Skylanders, Imaginators, that's a game. I mean, Skylanders, there's a pretty decent you know, base for Skylanders. Mostly younger people, I would assume, but I think there's some adults probably that are into it as well. And then you got Super Bomberman R. So a lot of people love Bomberman. I mean, who doesn't, man? It's a classic as well. So I think that's going to be a fun game. But again, it's not a huge game. The biggest game is obviously Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's day one, okay? March 3rd. Now, there's a few other games coming out within the month, within the first couple weeks, like Snipperclips. Snipperclips is a game that looks like a very fun puzzle game. It's kind of more based on working with a co-op player, two people, and you know, kind of working through puzzles together. So Snipperclips looks like a lot of fun as well. You know, and then we got, as far as third-party games go, we have I Am Setsuna. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, in March. We got Fast RMX in March. Has Been Heroes coming out in March. Rhyme is coming out in March. And then we have a few coming out in spring. Spring is typically maybe April, maybe May. April, May, usually. As far as April, May goes, we have, as far as third-party goes as well, we have Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Dizagia 5 Complete. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. It's not a game I'm super familiar with. I apologize. Lego City Undercover, Puyo Tetris, Sonic Mania. We have Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. So Skyrim's going to be coming out. Well, sorry, that was actually late. Sorry, that's not spring. That's late 2017. I apologize. That was late 2017. we might. Now, I wouldn't count on it, but we might also get some games announced in the coming months leading up to the launch of Nintendo Switch. So there might be some more launch games still that they just haven't talked about yet. They might have just wanted to focus on these ones out of the gate. I wouldn't count on it, but maybe. We also have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in April, so the end of April. Carrying on with spring, we have ARMS, which is a new boxing kind of style game. Looks like a lot of fun. Of course, we have Splatoon 2, which is coming out in the summer. And then we have Super Mario Odyssey in Holiday 2017. We're not sure when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out. Pokemon Stars obviously is more of a rumored game, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be announced at some point. Probably, I would be guessing maybe like a September launch, maybe a fall launch. Who knows? And you got to keep in mind, E3 is just around the corner, like what, the beginning of June, or mid-June, or whatever. And, you know, they're probably going to be announcing a ton of games at E3 as well. And so there's kind of a lot of different games that are probably just not announced yet. So at E3, they're going to probably be announcing some games coming out soon, like, you know, July, August, September, you know, the fall, probably early 2018 as well. But I'm sure it's going to be a pretty good chunk of games left for E3 and maybe even PAX to be announced that are going to be coming out in 2017. So I mean, right out of the gate, I understand the launch day one is not the strongest, but then again, it's mostly because of a lack of third-party titles. And you know, Nintendo is just getting support again from third-party developers with the Nintendo Switch. There wasn't really any, well, there's a little bit, but not much of it on the Wii U. And so, you know, a lot of kind of third-party developers are a little bit skeptical to kind of, you know, come in and you know, they want to kind of test the waters. So that's probably why there's not a ton of big third-party games coming out in the launch day one. As there were, you know, there was more third parties for PS4 and Xbox One. That's my guess anyways. We'll probably see a lot more third-party titles, you know, as the year progresses, you know, summer 2017, late 2017, early 2018. So again, you know, there are games, and as far as the big first-party games go, you cannot expect Nintendo to put out all of their best games all at once. It doesn't make sense. Of course, they're going to stretch their big first-party games. They're going to stretch them out, right? They're not going to give you Zelda and Mario day one. I don't think that'd be a good move because those are two very big Nintendo titles, and I think it's more wise to stretch them out. As much as I would love to have both of them on day one, I think it's probably smarter to stretch them out a little bit. But again, Splatoon in the summer, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is coming out soon. Again, that's more of an enhanced port, but it still looks like a ton of fun with, you know, a new battle mode and just, you know, a lot of cool additions to it, you know, double items, things like that. So, I don't know. Just, that's kind of my perspective on it. Take it or leave it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You know, there's a lot of talk about it. I definitely think the Nintendo Switch is going to be a huge success. You know, it's sold out already pretty much in North America. UK, you could probably still find some pre-orders of certain retailers, but they're limited obviously still. So you know, take it as it is, my friends. But I'm excited. I think the Nintendo Switch is going to be very successful. It's just going to take a little bit to, you know, start to get the games flowing. You know, day one is not the biggest launch of games, but it's still some pretty awesome titles to get excited for. Like I said, man, I am super stoked for most of the titles. You know, Breath of the Wild 1-2 Switch is pretty cool. You know, Bomberman, Snipper Clips, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2. There's Fire Emblem Warriors coming out late 2017. Pokemon Stars is rumored. Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I mean, those are just first-party titles for the most part. So, again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. E3 and PAX is right around the corner, so, I mean, we're probably going to get more announcements there. And, you know, let me know if you guys are going to be picking up the Nintendo Switch day one. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all the awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video like always. Until then, game on.